Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the exciting news I have for you today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up to support the channel. I've got some breaking news in the world of wrestling, and trust me, it's one you won't want to miss. WWE recently made a major move by releasing several names from its roster. Now, while a few of these releases were somewhat expected, there were a few that truly shocked the wrestling world. Among these releases, 3 names stood out for their unexpected nature. These were none other than former Universal Champion Braun Strowman, former WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Dakota Kai, and former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion Cora Jade. For some, the names Braun Strowman and Dakota Kai didn't come as a surprise. Neither had any direct or prominent association with AEW, and their release was a part of the regular roster shakeup that happens in WWE. But what truly shocked fans was the release of Cora Jade. Cora had made waves in WWE, especially in NXT, where she was one of the most polarizing and enigmatic figures in the women's division. Fans were left questioning why she was released, and naturally, speculation began to swirl. Now, let's focus on Cora Jade for a moment. Cora Jade, prior to her WWE days, actually had a brief stint with AEW, under the ring name Elena Black. She made a couple of appearances on AEW Dark. During her time with the Jacksonville-based promotion, she introduced a gothic character that stood out from the rest of the roster. The persona was dark, mysterious, and unique. In fact, she even brought a mini coffin with her to the ring, emphasizing her eerie persona. This was 5 years ago, and Cora Jade's character on AEW Dark made a lasting impression on fans. She didn't wrestle many matches on AEW programming, but the potential was clear. Cora Jade showed promise, and many insiders and fans alike saw something special in her. However, after a couple of appearances on AEW Dark, she was released, and her career took a different turn. But now, Cora Jade finds herself a free agent again, and the big question on everyone's mind is, could AEW be interested in bringing her back? Let's look at this from a different perspective. Cora Jade is no longer the young, up-and-coming indie wrestler that she was back then. She's now a more seasoned professional. Having spent years in WWE and gained valuable experience in NXT, she's matured as a wrestler, and her character has grown along with her. Now that she's been released by WWE, it opens up the possibility of her returning to AEW as a much more experienced talent. Her return could be a game changer, and there's no denying that Cora Jade's gothic character has a lot of untapped potential. If AEW were to bring her back, it could mark a new chapter in her career. One where she's no longer just the up-and-coming indie wrestler but a seasoned and proven name in the wrestling world. AEW could use this opportunity to reintroduce her to the audience, perhaps even with a revamped version of her gothic character, one that's darker, more intense, and more mature than ever before. But what would this mean for AEW's women's division? Well, AEW's women's division, while filled with talented wrestlers, arguably lacks a truly rebellious anti-hero. Sure, there are talented wrestlers like Toni Storm, Julia Hart, and others, but there's room for a character like Cora Jade, a character who thrives on chaos, refuses to conform, and is ready to shake things up. Cora's return could fill that gap and provide AEW with the kind of character that stands out and doesn't blend in. If she revives her Elena Black persona or creates something new inspired by that character, she could add a new dynamic to AEW's women's division. Imagine a character that's gritty, rebellious, and unapologetically dark. AEW is known for embracing these kinds of characters, and Cora Jade, with her punk rock energy and gothic aesthetic, could be exactly what the division needs. In a 2022 interview with Fightful, Cora Jade shared her journey into wrestling. She mentioned that she first started watching wrestling in 2009, when she was only 8 years old. The match that sparked her love for the business? The legendary Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels match at WrestleMania 25. That match hooked her into the world of wrestling, and it's clear that her passion for the sport has only grown over the years. It's a story many wrestling fans can relate to, as that match was pivotal for so many who eventually decided to pursue a career in the industry. But her time in WWE, particularly in NXT, was full of ups and downs. Cora Jade quickly became one of the most intriguing characters in the NXT women's division. She had high-profile matches, feuds, and moments that cemented her place as a standout talent. Her alliance with Roxanne Perez, her dramatic heel turn, and her eventual disappearance due to injury or creative reevaluation left fans wondering what was next for Cora Jade. And then came the shocking news. In 2025, WWE released her, which left fans stunned. many were left scratching their heads, wondering how WWE could let go of a talent with such promise. But now, as a free agent, Cora Jade has the chance to take control of her own career, and AEW seems like the perfect fit for her. There are a few factors that make AEW a natural landing spot for Cora Jade. First and foremost, AEW's women's division has a reputation for embracing unique, off-the-wall characters. AEW thrives on reinvention and giving wrestlers the freedom to be themselves. This is exactly what Cora Jade needs. AEW could offer her the creative freedom to bring her darkest, most authentic self to the ring. In contrast, WWE had a tendency to stifle that creativity at times. AEW could give Cora the opportunity to truly shine without having to conform to any particular mold. In fact, sources close to AEW have noted that Tony Khan, AEW's founder, has long admired Cora's work. Some believe that Tony Khan may have even tried to sign her prior to her WWE debut. With her release now official, it's highly likely that talks between AEW and Cora Jade have already begun, or at the very least, they are on the horizon. The timing of Cora's release could not be better, with Mercedes Moné bringing much-needed mainstream attention to AEW's women's division. Adding another high-profile talent like Cora Jade could further elevate the roster. AEW's women's division is growing, and bringing in a name like Cora would only deepen the pool of talent and open up even more creative possibilities. One of the most exciting ideas being discussed backstage is the possibility of Cora returning to AEW not just as a wrestler, but as a disruptive force. Picture her coming into AEW, calling out the hypocrisy of both promotions, refusing to be molded by anyone, and looking for retribution against the industry that, in her eyes, tried to erase her identity. This wrestling renegade arc would add a fresh layer to her character, and it would make for some incredible television. Of course, there's a risk involved. AEW's women's division is already crowded, and not every wrestler who joins the roster gets consistent TV time. Take Athena, for example, who has found success primarily in Ring of Honor, while other wrestlers like Akarushita have fluctuated in relevance. For Cora Jade to succeed, the booking needs to be intentional, and the storytelling needs to be on point. AEW needs to ensure that Cora's character is given the attention it deserves. But the potential for success is certainly there. Fans are already fantasizing about her debut in AEW. Some imagine her crashing a post-match segment on Dynamite, skateboard in hand, making a silent but powerful statement. Others see her as the centerpiece of a new faction, perhaps aligning with misfits like Willow Nightingale or Sky Blue, or opposing them entirely. No matter the direction, the excitement surrounding Cora Jade's potential return is palpable. In the end, AEW has the opportunity to offer Cora Jade something WWE never could: freedom. Freedom to speak her truth, to embrace her flaws, and to perform without any filters. Cora's story is far from over. It's only just getting started. She has the potential to become one of AEW's breakout stars, and if AEW plays its cards right, Cora Jade could go on to achieve even greater success than she ever did in WWE. Cora's return could be a defining moment for AEW's women's division. With her gritty, rebellious persona and undeniable talent, she could bring a much-needed jolt to the promotion. Fans are ready for her, and AEW might just be the place where she can finally realize her true potential. Thanks for watching this video, and please be sure to subscribe to our channel for more updates on this exciting journey. We can't wait to see what's next for Cora Jade, and we'll keep you updated every step of the way.